So there seems to be a shift coming in traditional counseling, social work,
Yeah.
MFT,
Yeah.
and in these people such as yourself
Yeah.
moving into modalities of healing
Yeah.
that take 3 years. I mean,
Yeah.
it's longer than a master's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any input on the difference between working with a counselor as opposed to someone who's trained in specific modalities?
Yeah. From working with counselors for my whole life, going on and off different therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy and talk therapy, it's what we call somatic experiencing is a top-down approach. It kind of works from the top and it helps to manage things for a while, and it's extraordinarily helpful. And with a more bodily-based trauma therapy or therapy, somatic therapy, somatic experiencing, sensorimotor therapy, whatever you're going to go in that route, is more of this bottom-up approach. It's a left brain approach that doesn't have to get involved with all this. It's a right brain approach. Doesn't get involved with all this left brain thinking and over-analyzing and figuring it out. So that with the right brain, more of the body can start to come back in the process of healing, in the process of the therapy. Where in the nervous system, we're holding so much of these different motor patterns that can't get talked away, or you can't talk about. It has to be something that's actually felt. And hopefully a safe enough way that those processes can start to come to the surface and complete some of these fight, flight, and freeze responses, which you just can't do talking. You can talk in it with it. There is talking involved, that you can have that kind of relational healing occur, through talking. But it's really coming from, in my opinion, this right brain, bottom-up, bodily-based, body-mind connected approach.
So it just gives you an alternative complementary therapy to maybe do intermittently or for a short period of time while working with your counselor, or seeing which one works best for you.
Yeah, seeing what works best for you. My experience so far of going through the somatic experiencing training, knowing a lot of therapists in Tucson and, a bunch of different states now, around the Southwest, California, that do this modality, and also now I'm assisting at the new training that's happening in Scottsdale. I find that the therapists that are there, who are trained in cognitive behavioral therapy and have decades worth of experience, just start doing this. This is like what happens. It just becomes their way of treating people, their therapy. And it's not like their training or their schooling or their experience hasn't gone, to the wayside, or it's not like wasted. It's just that now it brings more of a fuller
Holistic.
package, holistic, yeah. And understanding, like when they're talking and helping people, if the person starts, they start to notice what the nervous system responses are as they're talking, which is just so powerful. The fact that that's coming out now, more of that knowledge, from like Stephen Porges, the polyvagal theory.
Polyvagal theory.
Yeah, it's like
Basal vagal?
Yeah, so the vagus nerve, and how, it used to be that the model of the nervous system was the sympathetic, fight or flight, parasympathetic, rest and digest, and now we're learning really that those are there, and then within the parasympathetic there is the rest and digest, there's the ventral vagal and the dorsal vagal, and the ventral vagal being our more evolved nervous system. That's the mammalian evolved social interaction, feeling connected, being able to feel safe, all the nervous system that runs through the front of the body, that innervates at the face and the muscles, and the larynx, the pharynx, the inner ear. And then there's this dorsal vagal, which is the freeze response, so that it's our oldest method of protection, where we'll just go into shutdown, dissociation, immobility. And so the fact that this now is coming to the forefront of nervous system understanding and trauma therapy is so powerful, because when we can work with helping people to come out of freeze, then all these other processes can start to heal and dissolve, you know. And to me, that's amazing. That's like really awesome.
It's the work.
Yeah.